Well. We're back to this again. Back to back to making a video after a show for the drama club. If you guys don't know, last semester I made a thank you video to the people who were in our one-act show last year. So we did Monday Always Leads to Murder from the 20th, 22nd of November. And before I start, I just want to give a great shout out to all the people who were involved in the show and to let the public know that this is an all student run play. Like, this whole process of this play was run by students. They took all their time from their stressful fall semester and made a play, an actual play. And I couldn't be more proud of everybody that was in the show, that were either on stage or were doing lights, sounds. But I'm going to try to keep this shorter than what I did last semester. I had like 9 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it less than 9 minutes, but I probably won't. Just letting you know that right now. So if we start with the bios, this is, dude, can you believe how cool this is? Like, this is an actual play. This looks like an actual playbill. It's insane. I mean, we had like a piece of paper as like a playbill last semester, and this one, kudos to Chris for making this, because my God, this looks good. So I'm gonna go with starting with stage crew, and then I'm gonna go from the way up. So for the people who didn't get their bios, I just want to give a huge shout out to Sam and Deb, because they really, the show could not be what it was without those two, because they really stayed during the entire time. They got ideas of the play. Sam and Ben the night before the show made ceremonial daggers out of, I think, like a 3D printer, and like that is dedication to a show that they could have easily walked away from, but they didn't. And I appreciate them for what they did to what they did for the show, even though the public didn't see them on stage. The show could not be what it was without the stage crew that was led by Deb and Sam. So I just want to give a shout out to those two, because they really made a big impact on the show. Now that we got out of the way for those, let's start off with the cast. Starting off, I'm gonna go by from the way down. So let's start with Ben. Ben, the student body president of our school, and also one busy guy. For Ben, I just want to say thank you for being loyal to the drama club, and thank you for working your ass off this semester. And I think that even though the public doesn't understand how hard you've worked, even though I only have a glimpse of the amount of work that you've put in, thank you for being the class clown of the club, and thank you for helping me find my center and helping me focus on playing Officer Brogan. And I couldn't have performed on stage without your help and without the director's help as well. So I thank you for being an awesome friend. Thank you for playing 3 characters and dying twice. And this would have been a whole different experience for me if it wasn't for you. So I thank you for being the light in the drama club's wacky world. I'll start with next will be Gabby, who played Delbert in the play. And behind the scenes, Gabby has been very loyal to the drama club. During rehearsals, she would wait for until somebody would either have to leave early or wouldn't be able to show up because they either have to study or they have to work or whatnot or go to class. Gabby has been there the entire time and would fill in for that specific character, whether or not even though people only saw Delbert on stage for only like a short amount of time, Gabby really delivered on the stage. No matter how much time she needed, she really she's been loyal to the drama club and has stayed through the entire way through, and it shows. And I hope that the next semester that it is recognized by the directors of what she did this semester, and it could be, and as a really talented actress that she is, the really talented actor that she is, she really, for the short amount of time that she had on stage, she really stole the spotlight from all the other people, and that should be used more. She should be used more next semester. Mandy, who played Marguerite Barnstable. Mandy, you are one funny actress. I will give you credit for that. You have asked the most questions during the entire process because you needed to know more of the things, but thank you for being very funny on stage. We always got good laughs from you, and I hope that next semester, if you get a part, that you do what I know you did this semester and last semester, and that would just be great. Now, let's go with Desmond, Grace, who played Desmond. Man, Grace, you really surprised me in auditions. When you played Desmond in callbacks, I knew right then and there that you were going to get Desmond, and you were going to make Desmond you would make Desmond shine. Out of all the people in the cast, you've made Desmond one of those characters where at first you didn't really know what he would be, and then once you got the right actor or actress or performer to play that certain character, he made Desmond very memorable. And I'm always going to remember that little whiny voice that Desmond is, because he is known for being a whiny little boy, even though he's in his 30s. and you really, it doesn't matter what kind of character the person is. If Grace plays it, you know it's going to be good. Now, Veronica Reynolds, who was played by Phoenix. Phoenix. What should I say about you? Well, I'll say that I know you just as much as anybody else in the club. I've told you this before when we drove around. I would not have had this. The reason why I would say this production has been the best is because I met you. I've told you this already before, but even for Veronica, you and I have gone over lines. Thank you for helping me memorize the lines, understanding Brogan as a character, and thank you for allowing me to help you with your role as Veronica. Despite how you might think Veronica played, I think me and everybody else in the crew can say that you did amazing. And you said this was your first character that had multiple lines and not just one character as an ensemble. And I'm incredibly proud of the way that you improved from the first semester, from callbacks to the first week and few weeks of rehearsals. You were very quiet. Nobody could hear you, not even me. I was right next to you and I could barely hear you on stage, let alone the directors not being able to hear you. And then once you got comfortable and once you got more in depth with Veronica as a character, you've stole the spotlight. And there's a video on YouTube that really impressed me was when Pearl threw her cigarette to the couch and it hit your leg. You swiped it and stepped on it because you played it. It's just little moments like that shows me just how much of a talented actress you are. And I can't wait to see what you are next semester, and hoping for the best. And now let's go with Pop. Ethan, he played Pop. Boy, Ethan, every single time, most of the reasons why I break character is because of you. You and I have gotten a lot closer in the fall semester than what we did in the spring. And I would say that you are one of my best friends in the entire out of anybody that I met in college. You and I have made the most moments, and thank you for, no matter even what you do off stage, the amount of work that you put in to the college and to all the other different clubs that you're in, whether that's Open Door or Disability Pride. You have been able to manage to work all that out while also working as Pop. And if you guys were there on opening night, they loved Pop and just as much as we did out backstage. And he played Pop so well, literally a group of people in opening night cried when he died. Sorry for spoilers. But thank you, Ethan, for being another funny guy. You've been hilarious. Every single time you do one of your little voices is by far the funniest things I hear out of my days. So, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do next semester. And you've been a very bright light in the drama club. Now let's go with Jackie, who played Mildred Bannister. Jackie. Drama Mama. Drama Mama. That's what we call her. And she was, whenever anybody is stressed out of their mind, whether that's from either in the show or for their own personal reasons, Jackie has been the person that you would want to go to. There was a moment during this semester where I was very, very dark. It was a very dark time, and I was very quiet, and she knew that I needed help with what was going on in the day, and she, alongside Phoenix, immediately walked up to me and asked me if I was okay. Then once I got comfortable and told Jackie the truth, she immediately rushed me to the counselor's office and checked on me every single day until I said that I was all right. And that just shows you the kind of woman that she is, and that showed me that even though she's not going to be around for a while, you can tell that I'm going to miss every single moment that I've made with Jackie, especially with this semester. Now, let's go with Courtney Delacroix, who was played by Jules. Jules, you are very, very talented, and I know you know that. I know that she really made Courtney Delacroix. She created Courtney Delacroix into life, and I've seen her play different characters before, and I got exactly I saw exactly what I knew I was going to see when she played Courtney. That role was meant for her, and and kudos to the directors for choosing her as the role of Courtney, because even at auditions, I feel like everybody in the room knew that that role was meant for Jules. And and I hope you get to play 1,000 more shows in your lifetime, because whoever doesn't cast you is hmm it is very tough for any audition person to not have you in their show, because you shined a lot. Even though I knew how talented you would be, and even though I knew how extremely well you were playing Courtney, I saw it coming and I was still surprised. So kudos to you, Jules, for being very, very talented at what you do. And now let's go with Zoe, who played Pearl Van Weasley. Oh my god. Zoe. Oh, Zoe. I spoke with Phoenix about this, and we both agreed that out of all the people who played in the show, you impressed me the most. With the little amount of acting that you have, you got talent. Oh my fucking god. For you to play Pearl Van Weasley, I've told you this, but I'll just say it again. There were moments in the show where I didn't even feel like I was acting with Zoe. I was acting with Pearl, because you made Pearl into this character that jaws just dropped for me when I would hear you in the suites, when I would see you on stage. I just realized that, like, I would have thought that you've acted for years and you haven't acted since 6th grade. I can't fathom that. And you have been the most impressive out of anybody. Sorry to all the people in the group, but it's not a knock on anybody else. It is just a major credit to Zoe, because she made Pearl what she was. And I knew immediately, first day of auditions, she was going to get Pearl, and it was, I think that was just, role was meant for Zoe. So kudos to you, Zoe, for being very impressive and for having a role as big as Pearl. You stole the spotlight by far. Sylvia, who played Saul Jahar. Sylvia, you've made Saul into this character that I can't even describe in words, but you've made Saul so funny, and it was amazing to work with you again. I worked with you in the 1X show, in one of our acts, and for you to embody what Saul Jahar was, I couldn't even think of what Saul would be. When I looked at the character of Saul, I didn't know what it would be. And then when I heard that you would be playing him, I knew that he was going to be something, and that's exactly what happened. So again, you're really talented, and thank you for inviting me to do your photo shoots. And you're gonna be, I know you're definitely going to get another role in the show for next semester. I feel like that's a guarantee. So you really made Saul Jahar a character that I couldn't even think of. And that's not based off of just the character decisions of Saul. That's just based off of your talent and the way that you thought of the character. And now, let's go with Mr. Harry Monday, who was played by Shane. the amount of lines that you had to deal with. Oh my God. Shane and I have the same class in this semester. We both have Intro to Theater together. And I am very glad I got to be in a much better friendship with you than I did last semester. Last semester felt like we were in the same scene, but we never worked together. So me playing Brogan and you playing Harry, I had the most fun I had on stage was when I was acting with you, because you really embody Harry Monday as this guy that is very smart, but he's also a little, the words he says is so stupid. and yeah, people wonder why Harry Monday drinks, but I can't even describe not only how amazing of a talented actor you are, just how much of a great person you are. You have worked so hard for so long, and even just with Harry Monday himself, I was not surprised that you got Harry Monday, because I knew that no matter what character you were going to get, and I had a feeling you were going to get Harry, I knew that it was your show, and you delivered in every single scene that you were in. You have done the best and I'm incredibly proud of you for the hard work that you put in this show and the very heavy responsibilities that you have been offered by the directors, and you didn't blink an eye. You might have had second thoughts, but once you got on stage and once you performed, I knew you were going to be amazing. Now let's go to the people who really made this all happen. The two directors for our show, Amber and CJ. You two have been the best directors that I've ever worked with. You two have given me, I want to thank you guys for giving me the role of Officer Brogan. And thank you guys, and thanks to you two. You guys have, for such a stressful semester that this semester is, because we're not fully done yet. But I can't think of any other directors that I would have wanted to work with on this show. Whenever I wake up in the morning and I get ready for school, I always look forward to Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because that's when rehearsals are. And you have managed to not make me as stressed out as I should have probably in the show. I was way more calm and way more excited for the show than I was in my first semester, in last semester with my first show of One Acts. And thanks to you two for giving me the best time I've ever had on working in a show. Even though I've only worked in two, but I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to be myself, and thank you guys for just giving me the best time of my life. I always look forward to working in the drama club. I always look forward to the drama club meetings. And during the summer, I always wanted to come back to drama club, and it was worth the wait. I'll say that, because you two have been working together on this show for the amount of stress and responsibilities that you two had. You guys, I wouldn't have wanted to work with any other directors on this show other than you two. So that's going to be for me. I was way over 9 minutes. I'm looking at it now. I'm almost at 25. But yeah, you guys, thank you for listening. I'm not expecting you guys to listen to the whole thing, but that's what I wanted to do. So now I got an hour before I hold a little celebration party. And yeah, toodles.